What is going down, Niner Empire YouTube? It is your boy Danny G TV in the house. Had to come on here and make a recap as the Niners lose their opening game in upset fashion to the Chicago Bears 19-10. Congrats to all the Bears fans on here. You guys were the better team today. You guys definitely deserve to win. Hell of a game by Justin Fields as well. So congrats to all the Bears fans out there. This is a game that we definitely did not expect to lose. It's definitely a game that you do not want to lose. You know, you're opening a game against a team that almost everyone predicted you would beat. Does not look good, but hey, the NFC West, assuming the Seahawks are able to or lose to the Broncos tomorrow, the NFC West is going to be all 11-1 after Week 1. But that's neither here nor there. The Niners definitely need to play better. So the first quarter was scoreless, but we had the interception by Talua Hufanga, who, by the way, Hufanga had a monster game. He had 9 tackles, 2 assisted tackles. Nick Bosa had a sack. Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner played lights out as well. And Niners defense was really good, but there was only just so much they could do before they ran out of gas. And the Bears defense was pretty damn good as well. They were pressuring Trey Lance throughout the game, and the offensive line is going to need to protect him better. But props to the Bears. Their defense played a hell of a game today. So the Niners see the end zone for the first time in the second quarter with a rushing touchdown to Deebo Samuel. That made it 7-0 going, and that was the score going into halftime. Third quarter rolls around. Niners put together a productive drive, but they're not able to find the end zone. And which was a thing that happened a few times in the game. The Niners were able to get into the red zone, but they were just not able to get into the end zone. They have to settle for the field goal, which makes it 10-0 in the third quarter. So the Niners are up 10-0 against the Bears. And then Justin Fields and the Bears wake up. Justin Fields throws a bomb to the former 49er Dante Pettis, who's hated amongst 49ers Twitter, not including me. In fact, I've always wanted to see Dante Pettis do better, of course, and I thought maybe he'd be good in another situation, which apparently he is right now. I actually have a video on my channel from the radio call with Greg Papa from his game-winning touchdown against the Steelers back in 2019, which was basically the only highlight he has as a 49er in the regular season, except without counting some things from 2018, but you know Dante Pettis loved doing that against his former team as well. So that makes it 10-7. Before the end of the third quarter, the Bears get another touchdown, and that makes it 13-7 Bears. And in the fourth quarter, we see Trey Lance throw that interception to Eddie Jackson, which then turns into yet another Justin Fields Bears touchdown to make it 19-10, and that ends up being the final score. You know, the Niners did not overall play a bad game per se. They definitely had a sloppy first half, and it looked like it was going to just be a sloppy win against a bad team, but I had a feeling the Bears were going to put up a fight, and I definitely was not surprised at the end for how bad we played in the second half. In the first half, Trey Lance did everything he could to, he didn't make too many mistakes. The second half, he did, but he also had a pretty overall good game. I believe he threw for 164 yards, I believe it was. So he did not look all that bad on his arm. His arm strength looked good. He was able to make plays with his legs as well, and the offensive line is going to have to protect him better because he was being pressured all game, which of course is also contributing to how well the Bears' defensive line played as well. But still, this offensive line needs to protect Trey. But it is what it is. You do not want to lose your first game, especially against a team that you're expected to beat, but they have to just put it behind them because we got the Seahawks, the home opener next week. Need to win that game. Then we got the Broncos week 3. I'll be flying to Denver to go to that game, by the way. So really looking forward to that. But sloppy game. Some positives: Brandon Ayuk, Ross Dwelly, Juwan Jennings looked pretty damn good as well. Elijah Mitchell actually got injured. He played pretty well in the first half, and then he got injured in the third quarter. That's when he came out, I believe. I don't know if it was at halftime or if it was at the beginning of the third quarter, but Elijah Mitchell was out, so I do not actually know the status on Elijah Mitchell's injury. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Hopefully we can be back next week. George Kittle didn't play because he wasn't fully healthy. He kind of rested up this game. I expect him, of course, to play against the Seahawks next week because you're definitely going to need Kittle in there. But, yeah, not the way you wanted to start off the year, but, again, it is what it is, and you just got to do better next week. So that's all I got. Danny G is out. Peace. Niner Empire. One team, one family, one goal. I'm out. Peace.